Can you feel the intensity of the draft coming right around the corner? Today, there's a lot to talk about. Some of you may end up calling me Nostradamus 500 when we discuss Jameson Williams. Some of you may call me completely crazy when we talk about Matt Corral. And then some of you may hope on a shooting star, a non-Cowboys star, because that's satanic. But a star, a hope, a dream that the Eagles could land a receiver like Deebo Samuel. Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're excited about the draft coming up in a few weeks, because I'm fired up today, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this draft on with. So much so I can bust out the white rerun right now. Yeah, you don't know about the white rerun if you're new to Philly 500. But just wait till the football season starts. Then you'll know what the white rerun is like everybody else. We don't play over here. We don't play. And we got a lot of news to talk about. Even when the Eagles aren't making news, we still got a lot of Eagles news. A lot of things to discuss. And before we get into it, let me say this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content. You don't want to miss anything. You don't want to miss anything. Believe me, it gets crazy. Crazier than the white rerun you just got. Because I do look like Denzel Washington. But that's a whole nother story. Also, if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people. I don't know why. 3-4 people yesterday told me they've been unsubscribed at least 3 or 4 times. So check it out. Just double check. And I appreciate it. And thanks again for all the support. I know I'm a little goofy today, but I'm just wired, man. I'm just wired up today, you know. A little too much caffeine. What are you going to do? And, you know, I know, like I said at the beginning of the video, I know there's not been a lot of Eagles news in terms of signings and stuff like that, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And I'll tell you this. I may be going to see a movie tomorrow, like 11 in the morning, my time, taking the kids because they're off all week. So I may finally go see Batman tomorrow, and that's probably when the Eagles will have a major signing. That's probably when, like, the Honey Badger will sign, because it's always when I'm not home. But in the meantime, there's a lot of things I want to get into. First thing I want to talk about, Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams visits the Eagles. Now, I think Jameson Williams is one of the best receivers in this draft. He's one of probably 2 or 3 guys that I would not mind in the first round, even though he's been injured, okay? And if you guys watch my recent video, I had a major dream, like a major vivid dream, that Jameson Williams was drafted by the Eagles at 18. I don't remember who the first pick was, but I dreamt that the Eagles took him. And then a few days later, boom, he's coming in for a visit. Now, I usually don't put a lot of stock into dreams and things like that, but the fact that I've had 2 other dreams in the past come true and be accurate, yeah, I kind of gotta say, this could happen, okay? First dream I ever had while doing YouTube, I dreamt the Eagles won the Super Bowl. They beat the Patriots in overtime, and Carson Wentz won the MVP. Now, Carson got hurt, but Nick Foles did win the MVP that year, and they did beat the Patriots in a thriller. So I considered that a dream that came to pass. The other one was I dreamt that the Eagles traded Zach Ertz to the Arizona Cardinals at the end of the 2019 season. That's what happened last year. So we'll see if this dream comes true. But Jameson Williams comes to Philly for a visit. I think he would be a great pickup for the Eagles, no lie. I mean, I could see a situation where if you give me like Jordan Davis and Jameson Williams, I'm happy. I'm happy. So, yeah, I would love that. But I think it's cool. I think it's very cool that he's coming to visit. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, or one of the 3 things I want to talk about, is Deebo Samuel. There are actually reports right now that Deebo Samuel, he could be traded. This is possible. Maybe not likely, but it is possible. The 49ers are listening to offers. There's been reports that they've even turned down some offers. But they are willing to move him for the right price. And, Deebo Samuel's, 6 foot, 215, 26 years old. He just turned 26 years old. Okay? The guy is an absolute stud. I would consider Deebo Samuel to be the second most explosive player in the NFL behind Tyreek Hill, okay? And when you look at his statistics, you can't just look at Deebo Samuel's receiving yards, okay? In 2019, he had 57 catches, 802 yards. 2020, it dropped a little bit. He had 33 catches for 391 yards, but he only played in 7 games. And then in 2021, he plays in 16 games, so 77 catches, 1,405 yards, 6 touchdowns. So he has decent receiving yards, but if you also talk about Deebo Samuel and what he means, you also got to look at him as a running back. Last year he had 59 attempts for 365 yards, 6.2 yards a carry, and 8 touchdowns. The guy is a dual threat. He can score from wherever you use him. And to me, if Deebo Samuel is really out there, you have to jump all over him. And listen, I don't even expect the Eagles to go out and get it done. I just want to hear that they tried, that they inquired. Let me know you care about this offense. Let me know that the offense is that important. That's what I want to see from the Eagles. And there was an article Peter King did, and Peter King was talking about how the 49ers could be in a tough situation if Deebo Samuel really wants a new contract, which it looks like he does. He took down all the 49ers stuff off Instagram. Clearly, that was for negotiations and for show, saying that, look, he needs a contract. He doesn't feel part of the organization, maybe. I don't know how you want to look at it. But Peter King did write this. He said, I think the Niners are going to be in a quandary if Deebo Samuel insists on getting paid top of the market and getting paid now. King wrote in his latest Football Morning in America column, they may not be able to do that, meaning they may not be able to give him his contract. Samuel is entering the final year of his rookie contract and currently ranks 20th among players on the team's payroll, with an average of $1.81 million per year. John Lynch says he wants to re-sign him, but they got a situation where they have to sign Nick Bosa too. They're going to have to work it out because they also have to sign Nick Bosa. So there's some problems that the 49ers have in signing this guy. And if you were in a situation where you're the Eagles and you could get him and give him an extension, make it so the extension kicks in next year and you're only paying him $1.8 million this year against the cap. Something like that. Now, listen, this is purely speculation. I don't think the Eagles are doing it. I don't think they're going to trade for him. Let me make that really clear. But I think they should. I think that they absolutely should do it right away. And shout out to my man, Dan Sileo. I will actually be on Dan Sileo's show today. I will leave the link in the community tabs once I go, because I know they put up a replay, and I'll put up the live in the description so you can go check it out. I'll be on at 4:30 Eastern time talking on his show, but he posted something and he was saying that Deebo Samuel would be the perfect fit in Philadelphia. He'd be the perfect guy to go out and get, and I have to totally agree with him. Now, my first choice would be DK Metcalf. I think DK Metcalf would be a little cheaper than Deebo Samuel, but if you could go out and get one of these guys, it would be fantastic. This is what the Eagles need, man. The Eagles need to go out and get themselves a weapon on offense to help Jalen Hurts. That has to be the plan. So, do I think it's likely? No, highly unlikely. I don't even think the 49ers are stupid enough to trade him. But if they are, and if they're forced to, like the Chiefs were forced to trade Tyreek Hill, at the very least, I better hear that the Eagles at least made an attempt. At least make an attempt. Show us that you care about this offense. Because otherwise, what it makes me think is, hey, you're getting a quarterback. At some point within the next 2 drafts, you're going to draft a quarterback. Because obviously, if you believe in Jalen Hurts, you would want to build around him, right? At least that's how I think of it. And it is interesting. I need to get a drink real quick. Hold on. Pinky up when you drink. Pinky always up. Yeah, it tastes good. We're on keto, baby. We're losing that weight. My fat ass is melting off. I only got like 3.5 chins in the back of my head instead of 4 normal. So we're down a half a chin in the back of the head. That's really, really good, okay? Now, before I get distracted with my fat ass chin, we were talking about the quarterback situation. Well, if the Eagles don't make any attempt to get Jalen Hurts any weapons, I feel like they're setting him up for failure, okay? I feel like they're not giving him every opportunity. Sure, he has to get better. Sure, he has to work on a lot of things. But from what the team can do from that standpoint, they should be at least willing to help the guy out and try to get him some weapons. And I know they've tried a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. A guy like Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf, I mean, if you have the opportunity to get a guy that young, that good, you do it. Because you're not just building for next year. This is about the future too. And I know a lot of people are going to say, he wants $30 million. We can't pay receivers that much money. Guess what? When Devontae Smith's contract's up, you're going to be paying him more. You're going to be paying receivers more. That's the new going price for receivers. Nothing we can do about it, you know? And if the Eagles don't believe in Jalen Hurts, they're going to take a quarterback within the next 2 years. That's what the trade with the Saints was about, to give themselves insurance policy, okay? And what also, you know, is interesting is that the Eagles, they actually are bringing in a quarterback to Philly to talk to visit with, to work out, whatever. Maybe they're going to take him out to dinner. We don't know. Matt Corral is coming to Philly to visit, and it looks like he's the only quarterback on their list. And I've got to tell you, I've spent some time on this kid over the last 24 hours just watching him. I firmly believe right now he is the best quarterback in this draft. I think Matt Corral is the best quarterback in this draft. Shout out to Easy Money. He's been talking about Matt Corral for a long time. Shout out to him. I've finally been watching him, and I think you're right. I think he's the best quarterback in his draft. The guy has an arm. He's got an arm. He's got a quick release. He's got a lot of tools. He runs pretty good, and he's bigger than I thought he was. He's 6'2", 210 pounds. I mean, well, here they got him listed at 205, but on the NFL Network they had him 210. But he's 6'2", so he's about 2 inches taller than I thought he was. He's got a great arm. I mean, he's got things he's got to work on. All these quarterbacks do, but I can see why the Eagles look at him and go, this kid could be a player. I think Matt Corral is the best quarterback in this draft. I'm going to say it right now. And here's the thing with him. The Eagles are bringing him in for a visit. They're doing it for a reason, okay? The Eagles must like this kid. They must like the talent, and he's got it, man. This kid's got a cannon of arm, quick release, and he can throw the hell out of that ball. I don't know, man. In a weird way, I'm not saying I hate comparing guys because people think that you mean like you think that he's exactly the same. But just the way he looks on the field moving, go look at his tape and then go look at Patrick Mahomes' tape in college. Not Mahomes in the pros, but go look at him in college. They kind of look similar to me. He's a little smaller, like a little thinner frame. He's got to bulk up more, but dude, his arm is live. It's probably the best arm in college football. And if somehow Matt Corral falls to the second round, I think the Eagles are going to draft him. I think they very well could draft him. I think they're bringing him in case he falls to the second. I don't know where he's slated to go, but he's probably ranked in most people's boards as the third best quarterback. I think he's the best quarterback. I do. And he's probably going to go in the first round. I don't think the Eagles will take him at 18. But if he somehow falls to the second round and they want to go up and make a move for him, I can't blame them. I think this kid, with the right coach, with the right time, with the right people around him, he could develop into a really good quarterback. So the fact that Matt Corral is coming to Philly is not a smokescreen. It is not. They are doing their homework. And they probably say, listen, if this guy's gets to the second round, and we're going to take him. That's what I think they're going to do. Things have a weird way of working themselves out, don't they? Things always, what goes around comes around. They took Jalen Hurts the second round. I could see them taking Matt Corral in the second round, if he's there. But I'm telling you, the more I watch this kid, he's the best quarterback in this draft, I think. He's my number one quarterback right now. I'm shocked at watching him because I didn't expect to see what I saw. I thought he was going to be a little smaller. I didn't think he was going to have such a big arm. But yeah, shout out to Easy Money because I'm with you on this. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. So it's going to be very interesting. Jameson Williams comes in for a visit. I think that's the best shot at 18 right there. I think the Eagles are going to take him and somebody like Jordan Davis. That's what I would guess. If you said, what's going to happen in this draft, I'll say, I think the Eagles land Jordan Davis and Jameson Williams. Him or Garrett Wilson. I think that's what it's going to be. And then in the second round, we'll see what they do in the second round. But I think that's the first round. If not, then watch out for Matt Corral because he's coming in for a visit for a reason. I know it's crazy. I know in a few years people are going to say, remember when you thought Matt Corral was the best quarterback in this draft class? I'm going to say, yeah, I made a mistake or I was right. If I was right, nobody will tell me, hey, Philly 500, you were right. You don't usually get that. But Matt Corral can play. And Jameson Williams, I think coming to Philly, perfect fit. I would love to have him. And as far as Deebo Samuel, if the Niners are really listening to offers, you got to jump on it, man. You have to jump on it. With that said, I'll be on Dan Sileo Show, 4:30 Eastern. If you don't get a chance to watch it live, definitely watch the replay. Appreciate it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. In case of Deech, Matt Corral. Matt Corral could be the guy. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. After spending some time watching him, I'm going to watch more. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. And if he gets to the second round, I think the Eagles could take him. I definitely think they could take him in the second round. I don't think they'll do it in the first, but the second, he may be in play. That's why they probably brought him in. So keep your eyes on it. Watch out for that. And if they land Jameson Williams at 18, I would love it. Absolutely love it. It's going to be fun. Tomorrow, I get to finally go see Batman. How about that? Hopefully to see it. If everything works out, I'm going to see it like 11 in the morning. It's going to be awesome. And of course, that's exactly when the Eagles will make a move. With that said, there's Washington.